Mr. Erb doesn't think that new gun is very smooth in the action. So here, this was Dad's.
That the one he was wearing when he was killed?
But Del, those road agents shot him in the back. Mom and I certainly don't blame the gun. Now take it.
Listen, hon, when I ran for sheriff, I didn't claim to be a gunfighter. They told me all I'd have to do was sign some tax sales papers and serve eviction notices. Do you really want me to make a fight with the Grogans?
I just want you to be a man, not just some old courthouse politician. Del, are you scared?
Sure, I'm scared, and I don't understand why you're trying to push me into a gunfight. I could get killed, you know.
All right. Let Mr. Erb do the job for you.
No, I'm scared. But I don't think I'm a coward.
Well, I don't think so either. Well, my dad was a fighting sheriff, and I just don't think that he'd want me to marry a man who backed away from his sworn duty.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Bat Masterson and Charlie Bassett were known as fighting sheriffs of Ford County, Kansas. They had moved on to other jobs, and Marshal Earp, returning from a long chase westward after federal outlaws, found that Del Matthey had been elected sheriff. Del had no qualifications for the job other than a respected family name and personal popularity.
Hey, got 'em both, did you?
Yeah.
Mayor Kelly wants to see you. Says it's important. I'll take care of these fellers.
Thank you. Give them something to eat, too, will you? They're hungry.
You tell the sheriff he must have these Colts worked over. They're brand new and the actions are stiff.
I'll tell him, Mr. Kelly. Well, howdy, Nate. Hey, you deputy sheriff now?
That's right, Marshal. They'll talk me into it.
Hiya, Wyatt. Haven't you heard the news? Del Matthey won the election for sheriff.
How'd that happen?
Politics. Del's folks figured it would give him something to do. He never was much interested in ranching.
I thought you were going to run Bill Tillman.
Well, he got a better job up north. Shotgun Gibbs wouldn't run. Now, don't blame me. Ranchers boss the county, and they like Del and his folks.
Yeah. Del's a real nice fella. He's engaged to, Elsa Jordan, isn't he? Does he know what he's getting into?
No, he nor his folks neither. Del thinks all he's got to do is ride around serving subpoenas. And that Nate Hawkins and his happy-go-lucky deputies ain't a good fight in any of them.
This could be serious.
Well, I told the Mattheys, but they think all the gunplay is in Dodge and you take care of it.
Greenhorn Sheriff. When I need guns, I need them. I guess I better go have a talk with Del, see if I can locate Heck Thomas or Neil Brown.
It's lucky you'll be to find Sheriff Matthey. He'll either be sparking the Jordan girl or dressing for a dance.
Yeah, well, maybe he's smarter than all of us.
Sorry, Mr. Earp. I found the records in such a mess and paperwork stacked up to here. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, Sheriff, I was hoping that you'd hire at least 2 deputies that knew their way around in a gunfight.
Gunfight? With Marshal Earp just down the street?
Well, Sheriff, I'm not always going to be just down the street.
Well, then I'll call on Shotgun Gibbs.
Well, not for disorders in the county.
You mean you can't go beyond the city limits?
No, sir, not unless we're in hot pursuit of a criminal that pulled a job in Dodge or a federal case.
I didn't know that. I'm pretty stupid, huh?
It's a natural mistake. Look, most of the troublemakers are in Dodge anyway.
It's been so quiet out in the county that my folks and I... Well, you're right, Marshal. I guess I need a couple of experienced deputies.
Del? Oh, Sheriff. Howdy, Marshal. The court just issued an eviction order against the Grogan brothers. They're squatting on the bottom land near the forks.
All right, Nate. I guess we'll have to run them off.
Del, I plumb forgot to buy any cartridges. I'll just run over to Jim
Whoa,
Kelly.
now, whoa, there's plenty of time. We'll drop by there later. Nate gets mighty excited.
Howdy.
How are you, hon? Oh, excuse me. Elsa, Marshall Earp.
Hello, Miss Elsa.
Mr. Irvin, I've met several times. Well, Del, why the gun belts?
Oh, got a little job to do.
We're going to evict the Grogans.
Does Nate mean the Grogan brothers?
Yeah, it won't take long. See you at the hotel.
Yep.
Thanks, Marshall, for the good advice.
Not at all.
Marshall, do you think that the Grogans are likely to resist?
That's hard to say.
Well, I mean, should Del and Nate be using brand new guns? Dad was a peace officer in Texas, and I recall his saying that a good gunsmith should work over every brand new Colt.
That's right, ma'am, he should. Did you, approve of Dell running for sheriff?
Mm-hmm. I urged him to.
Why?
Well, the Matthews have a big spread, and Dell's father and his older brothers always treat him like some weakling.
Is he any good with a .45?
Target shooting, he's great. Very fast, very accurate.
But he's never been in a gunfight.
No, he doesn't like gunfighting.
Well, neither do I. Don't you worry.
I'd ask you to help him with the Grogans, but I guess he'd resent that, huh?
Yes, ma'am, he sure would. I want Mr. Matthew to make a good sheriff. He can help me.
I'd like Mr. Matthew for a husband.
And I wish you both luck. Now, I doubt if the Grogans will shoot at a badge. But Miss Elsa, if he doesn't like his job, he can always quit. But a man shouldn't try and fool himself. We try to keep peace in Ford County by wearing a smile if we can.
Or a gun, if we can't.
That's right.
You reckon they're at home?
I don't know. You stay here. I'll go explain this to him friendly-like.
Hey, it's that greenhorn sheriff.
Who's the other one?
It's not Herb. It's just some kid deputy. Dust him.
Hey, quit that! I'm the sheriff!
Go on back to Dodge before you get hurt.
You darn fools! Shooting at the law!
Come on. Right now.
Idiots. Don't they know it's a criminal offense to fire at us?
We'll get a posse and smoke them out.
Oh, Del.
Elsa.
Did you evict the Grogans?
No. They shot at Nate and me. With rifles, hon. They had us outranged. Gunplay over a piddling eviction notice. Oh, I'll do my duty, all right. Nate's out now rounding up some boys to help us. But I don't see why we have to shoot the Grogans. There's lots of unclaimed land farther west. What are you looking at me like a... like a school teacher?
Del, you should have known that those men would use their guns.
I thought they had better sense. What they did was stupid.
Men who get into trouble with the law usually are stupid.
You sure take after your daddy, man and a half Jordan, the big Texas bullet. Oh, come on, Elsa. Ease off. Give us a smile, will you?
No. You shouldn't have let the Grogans run it over you.
Elsa, you can't go against Winchesters with a handgun. I told... Did you get them?
Nope. They all said the Grogans are bad medicine, and some of them didn't like the idea of evicting folks.
You and Nate wore stars. They shot at you.
Never mind. I'll get my brothers and some of the
Oh,
Callahan's.
sure. Run home.
Now, honey.
Now, you listen to me, Del. I want you to handle this all on your own. I don't like men who go running home every time the going gets just a little tough. Now, Mom's finished her shopping, and I have to get to the ranch before sundown.
Look, Elsa,
Del, bring the Grogans in, or else quit pretending to be a sheriff.
Just like a girl. You know...
She's right, Del. You didn't know anything about what the sheriff's job called for, and I let you talk me into being a deputy. I still got a good job with your folks riding the herd. Pays just about as much money and you don't get shot at. I'll leave the holster and gun at the office.
It's all over town, Wyatt. Matthew went to evict the Grogans and he came back without executing the court order.
He's a greenhorn, Judge.
Well, he shouldn't have run for sheriff if he didn't intend to do his duty. Now, I'll give him one more chance, then I'll have to charge him with malfeasance.
Well, if you like that boy, and you also like Miss Elsa.
I can't help that. Either we have a sheriff or we haven't. How long will my authority as circuit judge last if the Grogans defy the court?
Not long. All right, I'll talk to Matthew.
All right. No sentiment, mind you.
No, sir, I understand.
Sheriff!
Just had quite a session with Judge Tobin. He's kind of peeved at you.
Too bad. Tell him I've quit.
What'll Miss Elsa think?
Elsa wants me to be a fast gunslinger like her dad. How did he finish? Killed from ambush by a bunch of saddle tramps. Not me. I don't see any sense in it.
I thought you were in love with Miss Elsa.
I am.
Her father died doing his duty. There's sense in that.
Well,
Look, you signed me on as special deputy sheriff. We'll go after the Grogans together. Not just because they were squatters. Tim and Loy, they've been stealing cattle, too.
I didn't know that.
Well, Sheriff, in Ford County, you seldom hear about cattle thieves until a bunch of ranchers have hanged them. You look at it this way. We're doing the Grogans a favor.
Yes, sir. It is a favor. Shouldn't we get a posse?
No, they're not worth it. You go get your gun.
Yes, sir.
Get your star, too.
Hey, Tim, when's Grifter coming in with the next bunch of steers?
Tonight, maybe.
Come on, help me with this. Ah, that's good.
No, it's not. Take a look. That's White Earp.
Well, who's scared of Earp? Here, get your rifle.
Hey, they ducked behind the rock.
We still gotta cross the clearing. Come on, let's get in the shack. We'll blast them from there.
You any good at climbing?
Fair.
You get up them rocks. Give me time to get around them. And you start firing into the house.
How much time?
Count to about 40.
Where is it?
Over behind the rock. Come on.
That kid sheriff. Where's Earp?
Don't let him get away.
Put it down, Tim. Get him, boy.
Here. Plug at the hole.
Your brave sheriff run away, Earp.
That's exactly what he was supposed to do.
You think you're pretty tricky, don't you, Earp?
You're stupid. I could have killed you both.
Shotgun.
Wyatt.
Just a minute, Sheriff. Shotgun, put him in a cell, then get the doc.
Step right in, boys.
Just a moment, Sheriff. I think you ought to go try and find Judge Tobin. Tell him you evicted the Grogans.
Don't josh me. You took the Grogans. I ran away.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. First time. It's the second time that really counts.
Thanks, Marshal, but I've got to tell Elsa the truth.
Yeah, you should do that.
And you tell Judge Tobin.
Nope. Second time hasn't come up yet.
And the bullets started coming too close. I slid down from that rock and ran. Marshal Earp took the Grogans all by himself.
Well, you got courage.
What?
Mm-hmm. You know, some men would have dreamed up an excuse or let Mr. Earp just cover for them. Dale, wait here a minute. This pistol needs oiling, and get the gun belt filled with some new cartridges.
That belonged to your dad. I couldn't.
Yes. Now take it and wear it.
Elsa, I'm going to resign, and I...
No, you aren't. Now, Mr. Earp told you the truth. It's the second time that counts, Del. Dad had that coat worked over by Tully Gomez, a gunsmith down in San Antone. I remember he was bragging about the action was faster than a rattlesnake's tongue. Come on, put it on. Del, listen to Mr. Earp. Hire yourself some experienced deputies and run a real sheriff's office.
Well, I'll sure try.
I know you will.
Tim! Lloyd! Rogan's ain't here, and they didn't finish the corral, so something must have happened. We'll wait here till Glasgow gets back from Dodge. Come on in, we'll find a lamp.
Well, the train must have been on time, huh? Mr. Magruder, Mr. Wade, good to see you. How was the trip?
Fine. How are you, Wyatt?
Just great.
You know, Wade, he hasn't gained a pound or aged a month, has he?
Oh, they must have been working you in Dodge.
That's right, they sure have. Come on in. Take the weight off your feet and coffee up, huh?
Ain't you got any milk?
Well, that's very funny.
You know what me and Wade here have been trying to figure out, Wyatt, is why you're hiring deputies for the sheriff.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a long, long story. The county's getting awful wealthy. Sheriff Matthew will pay you $100 a month apiece, and your share of the fees.
Mm-hmm.
It's good money.
Well, the pay's all right, but working for a greenhorn sheriff, he could get us killed, Marcy.
No, that's what I've been thinking.
Well, I forgot to tell you fellas that I signed on as his special deputy.
Oh?
You do his fighting?
No, he does that. I'm just kind of breaking him in. Can't expect a young fellow off a cattle spread to know anything about police work. Now, look, I'll guarantee you one thing. If the sheriff heads into a gunfight, I'll be there.
Fair enough.
All right.
Now, you boys don't really need me, but that's the deal. Anything looks like a gunfight, there'll be the three of us together. Come on, I got your room over at the hotel.
Good.
Boys, Glasgow.
Well, what happened?
Just like you figured, boss. A punk kid sheriff by the name of Matthew jailed the Grogans on eviction paper.
Eviction? Not cattle stealing?
No.
Well, we got to get Tim and Loy out of that jail.
No good, boss. It's Earp's jail. You let Sheriff Matthew use it for county prisoners.
Matthew? Del Matthew? I know about him. He's sweet on a rancher gal by the name of Jordan. It's Ethel, Elsa, is that it?
That's right. We run off some of their stock last fall.
Well, there's no sense in tangling with Earp. I got it. We'll grab the girl, and Matthew let the Grogans loose.
Now you're thinking, boss.
Have a drink.
Marshal! I just wanted to say thanks. Wade and Magruder look like real fine men.
They are. They're two of the best.
Mr. Earp, if it hadn't been for you and Elsa, I'd have quit like a yellow pup. Oh, this belonged to Elsa's dad. I just oiled it.
Yeah, very smooth. Mr. Jordan sure knew his guns.
I hope I never have to use it, but if I do, I will.
Now you're talking like a good peace officer. See you around, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
What do you want?
Don't worry, Miss Jordan. You ain't gonna get hurt. Give us a half an hour start, then take the message to that sheriff.
Right.
Do you know abduction is a hanging offense?
Don't worry, nobody's gonna hang. Get out.
Well, shall I shuffle these court orders or deal them out by turn?
Just deal them. A horseman just went by. You want us to go after him?
No.
We're holding your girl at Wendy Rock. Bring the Grogans and we will trade. It's a rough country.
We better get her.
No, I'll handle this myself.
We'll still need her.
Well, we can't wait around here all day. You better show up pretty soon.
Oh, he'll be coming with Mr. Earp and a posse.
That spooky kid. You won't even tell her.
Hold it, Wyatt. I got a loose cinch.
He's got a few minutes head start. Hope he's got enough sense to wait.
You think he'd go alone?
He'll go, or he'll run. It's his second time up against bullets. Come on, let's push him.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, there's a dust cloud coming.
Let me up there. Looks like about 3 horses. Sheriff Matthey's traveling plenty fast with the Grogans.
Well, it can't be, Del, because he'd have a posse.
He's coming all right. That ain't the Grogans. That's Wyatt Earp and a couple of his deputies. Get ready for him, boys. When he come around that rock, blast him. Elsa, get out of there, quick! Drop those guns!
Yeah. Just sit right back there, Sheriff. You did some real fine shooting. Let me take a look at that leg. Yeah, that's not too bad. You'll be up and around that in a couple of weeks. You men bring those fellows over by these rocks.
Marshal, I'll never make a law officer.
Oh, now you did just fine, didn't he, Mr. Earp?
Yes, you sure did.
No, sir, I was afraid. Look, I've still got the shakes.
Sheriff, you stick out your hand and I'll stick out my hand. We'll match to see who's got the most shakes, huh? All right, get him on the horses.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Tombstone is 4 miles by the left fork. But I guess my poker game in Galeyville could wait.
Well, I doubt that, Doctor. Anyway, I'm going into Tombstone alone.
Taking off your guns?
That's right. You hang on to them for me, would you?
If you're going in alone, you better keep them.
No, sir. I'm going into Tombstone as a land agent for the Earp Brothers Incorporated. I'm not a marshal anymore. Anyway, an unarmed stranger's a lot safer than a fella toting guns.
Wyatt and Tombstone, they don't care if a man is armed or not. They just shoot him in the back. Then they search his body to see what they can steal.
Yeah, I almost forgot that. Hang on to that for me, too, will you? So long, Doc.
You stubborn ox. You'll find out, and soon, when you meet up with the clamp.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
When Wyatt Earp headed for Tombstone, he was riding toward the toughest town in the American West. The town built on one of the richest silver deposits ever discovered. In Tombstone, a miner was shot in the back for a few bags of silver ore. Immigrant miners fought outlaw cowboys on Allen Street. Violence ruled Tombstone, which had but one peace officer. An effort was made to blow up the city jail as a gesture of contempt for the dirty politics in Tombstone.
All right, bring him out here. Come on, bring him out here, boy. We'll learn you miners to stay away from the bird cage. It's ours. All right, boys, get to work.
Come on now, boys, stop it.
Miss Cash,
What are you trying to do, Denver? Start a riot?
just greasing feathers.
We'll get even.
And they sure will. Why don't you turn them loose, Denver?
The bird cage is our hangout. We don't want no dirty miners around here. The Oriental Saloon is theirs. They should stay there. Plaster them good.
All right, plaster them good and then have your fight. I'll get the hospital ready.
Get busy with those feathers.
There's some water for you, Candy.
Whoa, stranger. You have to pay me first.
What is it, champagne?
No, sir, it's my water. 2 bits a gallon. The trough belongs to the Oriental.
Where's the public trough?
Young fella, there ain't no free water in Tombstone. We haul this water from way down in the valley.
Way down the valley, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here's a $50. Give me 2 gallons, huh?
Well, thank you, young fella. Oh, say, mister, how many horse swallows is 2 gallons?
Hold it, cowboy. Get your horse away from our trough.
This ain't exactly your trough, Mr. Grogan. It belongs to the Oriental.
You keep out of this, Powder. No cowboys allowed around the Oriental. It belongs to us miners.
I'm not a cowhand, friend.
Take him to the bird cage. That's where he belongs.
Mister, you shouldn't have done that.
My fight.
I'm next. All right, no more fight. Take my horse on over to the bird cage. Pour some water on him. He needs it. All right, boys, give us a hand. I'll take him out.
Got an awful lump on his head. Give me a hand.
He's no friend of mine, lady.
You help me. Those miners will come out and beat him some more.
This ain't my fight, lady.
Denver! Denver!
Yes, Miss Flynn?
Oh, Denver, give me a hand with this cowboy.
Dr. Goodfellow. Thank heavens you're here. The fighting may start any minute.
Now, who is it this time?
The cowboys and the miners again.
Don't you ever give up, Nellie? Cowboys, outlaws, these miners. You're wasting your sympathy, and I'm wasting my time.
Oh, Jose, come and get this man, will you? Take the next bed right over there. Easy now. Take it easy.
Well, come in, come in.
You take a lot of time with this miner. What about the cowboy?
He'll have to wait his turn.
He's not in bad shape, Miss Clanton. That miner over there looks like he's got a broken rib.
The miners started the fight. I saw it.
You saw it?
He could have killed all 4 of them with his fists. That coward hit him with a club.
I should hold him till I can get back to him.
You look at the cowboy next, huh?
Cowboy, huh?
What do you think, Doc?
I'm afraid I'll have to operate on this one, Nellie.
But you said the cowboy's next.
All right, all right. Jose.
See?
Pressure bandage for this fellow's head.
See?
Doctor, you attend the miners, and a cowboy's turned over to someone else.
Miss Clanton, This cowboy hasn't even got a cracked skull. That miner needs surgery. Now, don't pester me. I'm busy.
Howdy. Where am I?
Tombstone. Well, this is Dr. Goodfellow, and I'm Nellie Cashman. I have the Cashman Hotel next door. You've got a wallop on the head.
Must be pretty handy with your fists.
For a cowboy. Usually you fellas are only handy with your guns.
Cowboy. You think I'm a cowhand, huh?
Our local paper calls you fellas cowboys.
Doctor, I'm not a cowboy. I just came town to try and buy some real estate. I hope those miners aren't too bad hurt.
Fractured jaw, busted rib. I should charge you for the operations, but you better leave town. You can't fight 3,000 miners.
Doc, you look tired. Why don't you go on in the hotel and have your dinner, huh?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Friendly old cuss, ain't he?
You gave him an awful lot of extra work today.
Miss Cashman, I didn't start that fight. I was just trying to water my horse.
Well, those miners had just been greased and feathered by cowboys, and you're a cowboy, so it doesn't matter who started it. What's your name?
Well, I seem to remember Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones. Well, it suits me. Mr. Jones, you'd be doing me a favor if you left town.
Why?
Because I'm trying to stop a big shoot-up between the cowboys and the miners.
Miss Cashman, I'm not a cowboy and I'm not a miner.
You're dressed like one. Emma Clanton had a Clanton writer bring you in here, and she says you're a cowboy.
Well, no. And by the way, where's my horse?
My stable?
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Just leave Tombstone. Emma's probably rounding up that Clanton gang right now. They've just been itching for an excuse to raid this town, and I'm afraid you're it.
Where's your marshal?
It's an old man.
What about the sheriff?
His office is in Tucson. That's 90 miles from here. Well, there isn't any law here, Mr. Jones. No law at all.
You have a room for me over at your hotel?
Yes, but... Mr. Jones, you ought to leave Tombstone before sunup.
The Clantons need a better excuse than me. What about the miners? What are you going to do about them?
Well, Mr. Gert is the biggest mine operator here. I could talk to him.
Well, then I'll think about leaving town. You seen my boots?
Oh.
Thank you. When'd you first start being the peacemaker of Tombstone?
I wouldn't say I'm that. I just happen to like it here, Mr. Jones. A lot of people tell you this is a pretty rough town. And it is. But it can be a fine place to live. People around here just need to realize that there's room for everybody here without anybody being taken advantage of.
Miss Cashman, you're quite a lady.
I know how you feel, boys, but I'll tell you this. If the Clantons come to make a fight, I'll unlock the company guns.
What about that cowboy?
If you think he ought to be run out of town, go ahead. But no company guns.
Yes, sir.
Papa, he can fight. He put 3 miners in the hospital with his fists.
Most likely I'll hire him.
Don't hurry. Nellie Cashman will turn him over to the miners. The boy should ride into Tombstone and help him.
No, it ain't sensible to make a big fight with him. Just set up a holler for a real Johnny Law in Tombstone. If this cowboy can shoot, baby, you hire him on the spot.
He wasn't carrying guns.
Maybe he had to sell them for grub. Take him a couple of mine.
Thanks, Papa. Can I start now?
At night?
Well, I was just afraid that maybe...
Em, honey, I promised your ma you'd be raised a lady, and by the holy, you've been raised a lady, and no lady rides into Tombstone after dark.
All right, Papa. Morning, then. Night.
Night, baby.
Who's there?
Nellie Cashman.
Come in.
Mr. Jones, there's been a lot of ugly talk amongst the miners. Won't you please get out of here before it's too late?
Miss Cashman, I'm afraid it's already too late. Take a look out that window. Necktie party?
They promised me they'd let you leave. Now, I don't know what's happening. They're wearing guns. Maybe you better stay here in the hotel.
Has Tombstone always been divided between the miners and the cowboys?
Afraid it's not that simple, Mr. Jones. You see, the cowboys are what we call insiders. That means that they're inside the 10% ring that boss this territory. And the Clantons are with them, so they're insiders, too.
And what about the miners?
Outsiders. They want a decent town, and they fight against the 10% ring and the Clantons.
Well, where does your marshal stand?
Fred White's out of town. No, Mr. Gird's still our best chance. He can control the miners if...
Miners all around the hotel. Papa loaned you these guns.
So you are a cowboy?
No, Miss Nellie. But I've never been run out of town.
All right, give me half an hour. Mr. Gird.
Oh, Miss Cashman.
Mr. Gird, you promised me that you'd let him leave town.
You didn't tell us he was a Clanton gunslinger.
But he's not. I'm sure he's not.
Didn't the Clanton girl just take his guns into him?
Yes, but... What do your men plan to do?
The Chief White isn't here, so we're going to take him to jail ourselves. I won't have my men being beaten up by a Clanton.
He is a Clanton man. You know he won't stay there 5 minutes.
I can't control my men unless I make the effort. Now you tell Jones to come on out here unarmed and surrender to me.
It's Nellie. It's all fixed. You surrender to Gird, he puts you in jail, and then one of Clanton's judges gets you out of jail.
I'm sorry.
Well, then would you at least try to get out of town?
All right, I'll hear that much.
Come on, follow me.
Miners?
They're waiting for you. There's an old mine shaft down in the cellar. You could follow the drift to the edge of town, and I'll stall them for a few minutes until you get a head start.
Right.
Oh, you wait here. I'll send Jose with a lantern.
Thank you.
You go left the first stope. Turn right and follow narrow drift.
Thank you.
Left to edge of town, senor. Close that behind me. See?
Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones? I wonder where he could have gone.
Down the mine stoop in your cellar. But we'll get him. Now, I know you mean well, Nellie, but you keep out of it.
All right, you two boys go in this one and start towards Allen Street from here.
Come down here and you get a bullet.
Don't shoot. You might hit Tad or Mike.
Jose, put him in the last bed, will you? Take it easy. Take the bed over there. Easy. Jose, can you get this man?
Mr. Gerd, you and Miss Nellie are fools. Besides these men, how many has he killed?
None we could find, and we can't find him either.
Now, Doc, Mr. Jones is a decent man. After all, he could have killed 15 or 20 men.
Decent? If he had 1 ounce of decency, he would have killed them. Now I've got to work all day extracting 45 slugs.
My company will pay you, Doctor.
I don't need money. I need time.
Wyatt, what are you doing, minding or fighting?
I've been fighting.
Where have you been and where are my guns?
I got them right here. Is the fight still going on, or did you get selfish?
What, with 3,000 miners? You want to do some fighting, there's still plenty left. I'm going to go and try and find Dick Gerd. He's the head of the miners. He ought to be over at the hospital. Well, you hang on to those guns, they're Emma Clanton's. Yeah, you were right, Doc. This is the meanest town I ever saw.
Sure empty this street. What do you got against Dick Gerd?
You gotta call the miners off, being as that he runs them.
Does he know who you are?
No, he thinks I'm a cowboy. Wait here, would you?
No worries, Sam. You'll be back in action in no time.
Mr. Gerd, I'd like to talk to you outside.
You? I'd like nothing better.
Mr. Gerd, if you want to go on with this fight, you're going to be next. Now, when I came into this town, I was unarmed and alone.
A Clanton is never alone.
Emma Clanton? Looks like I'll have to introduce you, gentlemen. Dick Gerd, I want you to meet Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp? Dodge City?
Look out!
Well, you're Wyatt Earp, all right. I'll tell my boys the fighting's over.
Come on, you ain't hit that bad.
Maybe it's just begun.
What makes you think so? We miners made a mistake about him. We won't bother him again.
Can you vouch for the Clantons, too?
They won't start anything without a reason.
The deacon has the miserable character of a man who can't turn his back on evil, and Tombstone is evil.
Well, Doc, I ain't going to be here that long.
cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
I guess Ringo's in town already.
Why don't you get him right away, Curly?
He's the one who's sore. He'll have to come after me.
You sure you want to fight Curly Brocious now?
Yeah.
What a break for Wyatt. Ringo and Brocious, top guns for the Clanton outfit, gunning for each other.
You don't figure they'll really shoot it out, do you, Duff?
Mr. Gibbs, your naivete charms me. When two top gunfighters like Johnny and Curly have a falling out, it's just a matter of waiting. And while I'm waiting, I aim to get some bets down.
Who do you pick to win?
It's a professional secret. You make your own bets.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
One of the mysteries of the Old West to amateur historians was how so many top gunfighters lived so long. The answer, as Wyatt Earp said, is simple. They seldom fought one another. When men of equal speed and skill got in a gunfight, it meant death to both. Thus, when Curly Brocious and John Ringo rode into Tombstone to settle a quarrel, it looked as if Wyatt would soon be rid of two enemies. Galloping horses on Allen Street's against the law.
I got to talk to you. I didn't want it, but Papa said I should.
All right. Allow me. Now, let me get this straight. Brocious and Ringo are in town, and they're threatening to shoot each other, and your papa thinks that I ought to stop the fight?
Well, isn't that what your job is, to keep law and order?
Yes, I'll have a talk with Johnny and Curly.
Well, disarm them, run them out of town.
Oh, I can't do that. If they've racked their guns and they're behaving decent.
Well, you mean you can't stop this fight?
Well, I can try and talk some sense into their head. By the way, you never told me what the fight was all about.
Oh, Brocious accidentally shot Ringo's horse. They were in a fight with some Mexican rustlers.
And Ringo, he thinks that Curly did it on purpose.
Well, who knows what Ringo thinks? Anyway, you better stop this fight, or the Nugget newspaper will have you fired.
You wanted to see me, Demlin?
Not as editor of that wretched little sheet you publish, but you're supposed to be acting mayor. This goes on page 1 unless Earp stops the fight. Deliberate slaughter on Allen Street. Is that what you call good police work?
Brocious, Ringo? I hadn't heard about this.
You've heard about it now, Mr. Mayor.
Well, now, I'll tell you, Mr. Demlin. There hasn't been any shooting. Where did you get your tip-off? From old man Clanton?
I don't reveal my news sources to you, Clum.
Well, where's your sheriff, Johnny Behan? Why doesn't he stop this?
Well, Sheriff Behan was
suddenly called away.
Mm-hmm. I'll just bet he was.
Nugget doesn't stoop to argue with a cheap little imitator. I want action from the city police, and that means immediate action.
Well, now, I'll tell you, Mr. Dameron. You got me shaking in my boots.
Well, sir, you had better be. Good day.
Old man Clanton's got a lot of gall bringing his quarrels into Tombstone.
I think Ringo and Brocious are on their own. Gunfighters usually like audiences.
Well, then let him shoot it out, Wyatt.
I wish I could. Dameron does have a point.
No, let him holler.
No, sir. It was just a quick brawl in the saloon and a shooting. I wouldn't be expected to do anything about it, but I have been warned about this. Townspeople expect me to do something.
Yes, but what?
I'll have a talk with Ringo and Brocious. Oh, you stay out of it, Mr. Mayor.
All right, Wyatt. Wyatt, good luck.
You see, Curly's at the Alhambra, talking fight.
Hello, Mr. Ringo.
Well, if 'tain't Marshal Earp.
I hear you aim to settle something with Curly. That's kind of foolish, isn't it?
Foolish? John can take him.
I don't think so. No, I think they'd both be dead.
You want to bet?
Shut up, Irish.
They tell me that Curly shot your horse by accident.
My horse, my business.
He offered to pay you for it, didn't he?
Why don't you move along?
Yeah.
All right. I've got your last words. Now I'd like a before-death statement from Curly.
Was Earp trying to scare us?
Well, here's to good old Johnny Ringo. We've been pals a long time.
But not now, Curly.
I still can't believe it. Getting sore. Don't tell me. That ain't Wyatt Earp.
Good old Johnny Law.
Come on over, Wyatt. Larkin, give Wyatt your chair.
Sure, Curly.
You surprised me, Mr. Brocious. Why'd you let this go so far?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. You could have offered to pay for the horse.
I didn't only offer to. I bought him another horse. Better than the one that got killed. Right, Larkin?
Curly, give 200 for him.
The proof is he's still riding it. Now, what more can a man do, Wyatt?
Well, you could go on back to Clanton Ranch. Let Ringo cool off.
He'd think I was scared.
We don't run from nobody.
Well, it seems to me that the least you boys could do is take your fight outside of town. Now, why don't you and Ringo just shoot it out on the trail?
Johnny don't want it that way.
He said if he caught Curly in Tombstone, he'd gun him.
You couldn't take that either, Wyatt. Man can't back down from a fight.
We ain't scared of Ringo.
All right. Town will just have to dig 2 graves in Boot Hill. So long, Curly.
Best bet I've seen in months. And you 2 men just sit there. Haven't you any imagination? Ringo versus Brocious. In a grudge fight with guns. Think of the amusing possibilities.
All right, Doc, such as what?
Even money, they kill each other. Or 2 to 1 that Ringo kills Brocious, and I'll take that bet the other way. I'll bet 10 to 1 that Ringo dies and Brocious is only wounded, and I'll take that bet the other way also. All right, gentlemen, get up your money.
Well, what odds do you give on them not fighting at all?
That's a very interesting thought. Very interesting.
Doc?
Right with you, Wyatt. Now, you two sportsmen stay right here. Don't leave.
Look, Doc, I'm in trouble. Just when I get this town cooled off somewhat, this breaks loose. Now, we can't afford a showdown between Ringo and Brocious.
You're a fool.
Thanks.
Let them kill each other. Then the McLaury boys will be top guns for Clanton.
You're thinking like a hoodlum.
I am not. I'm thinking like a gambler.
You mean you're making bets on this?
Of course I am. I got some customers waiting inside.
Look, I want you to do me a favor.
You want me to kill them?
No, I want you to talk him out of it. I respect your opinion. Me, I'm just a John Law trying to keep the peace.
Am I a friend, Wyatt? Then I say as your friend, this is the best thing that's happened to you since you came to Tombstone. Johnny Ringo and Curly Brocious dead, and you don't even have to kill them.
I'm wearing a star. I can't think the way you do, Doc.
Nobody'll blame you but Dameron of the Nugget, and he blames you for everything anyway.
You know, you're a gambler. Why don't you make bets that there won't be any fight, and then you stop it? You can get awful long odds that way.
Sorry, Deacon. You love your enemies. I want them buried.
Emma said you promised to talk to Ringo and Brocious.
I did talk to him.
No luck? Then throw him in jail. I don't want this fight to happen.
Nothing to arrest him for, Mr. Clanton. They checked their guns. They've created no disturbance. Yet.
Where's Johnny being?
Well, he ducked out.
Figured he would. Jed Spicer in town?
Reckon so.
Then I'll talk to him. And you come along to back me up. That's what us taxpayers paying you for.
All right. I'll see you over there.
Yeah, boys, the Alhambra looking.
How's he feeling, Irish?
He's making up his mind, Joe. Sit at another table, boys, and leave Ringo alone.
Bartender, bring us a bottle and some glasses.
Howdy, boys. Come on over.
Hello, Curly.
Curly?
Good to see you.
You all the friends I got?
Well, some of the bunch taking sides with Johnny.
That's their business.
Where's Frank and Tom McLaury?
They couldn't make it. Tom said him and Frank wish you good luck, though, Curly.
They know Ringo. He has funny spells. You know, I saw Ringo shoot Turk Davis because he ordered beer instead of whiskey. That's Ringo for you. Larkin, bring another chair over. We might as well be comfortable while we're waiting. Joe, bring us all a whiskey.
Curly ain't going after Ringo. Ringo's got to come after Curly first.
Sure. I don't want the old man blaming me for this.
This row's dividing my whole outfit. And if Ringo and Brocious go to shooting, there's going to be a big war on Allen Street. And all that Marshal Earp does is talk.
How can he arrest them?
I'll say they both rustled some of my steers.
Could you prove that?
You can hold them on suspicion, can't you?
No, sir. In fact, I think you've got an awful lot of cheek to bring your troubles into Tombstone. Why, last week you tried to ambush Marshal Earp and Deputy Gibbs. And there's still the killing of that Wells Fargo guard.
I see. A taxpayer can't ask a judge and a John Law to do their duty. Well, I'll speak to Dameron of the Nugget. He'll blister your hides for you.
You'd think he was a law-abiding citizen.
He's got us cornered, and he knows it.
Well, sir, I could pick a fight with Johnny Ringo.
No. That would just make things worse. You'd have to wound the man or kill him.
Yes, sir.
Clanton's put us all on trial, Wyatt. People expect us to act with strict legality. Now, couldn't you find some ordinance that Ringo and Curly have broken?
I'll try.
Hey, Ringo! Johnny Ringo!
I want to talk to you. Curly wants me to explain something. Come on out, Ringo.
It's that blabbermouth Larkin. Go out and see what he's up to.
Yes, sir. Right away, Johnny.
Where's Ringo? Why didn't he come out himself?
He don't talk to blabbermouths like you.
Oh, yeah? What'd I blabber about?
You said Johnny was running away when his horse got shot.
That's a dirty lie.
He also said that Curly gave Johnny a stolen horse.
Another lie.
Oh? So what kind of a horse is Curly riding?
You know, you wouldn't be telling lies like that, Irish, if I was carrying my gun.
You go get your gun.
I'll wait till Curly's taking care of Ringo. Then I'll come after you.
It'll be the other way around, Larkin. I'm gonna gun you.
Talk's cheap. You want to hear what Curly has to say, or don't you?
No, Ringo ain't interested in what that fool says. Next time, you'll be wearing your gun.
You asked for it. You tell Ringo to come out and make his play. And I'll be waiting for you.
Brocious is waiting at the Alhambra. You'll have to go there after him.
All right.
Now?
In a minute. Get me a drink.
Sure, Johnny.
Bartender. Whiskey.
What was all that about?
Gibbons and Larkin got a fight of their own started. Threatened to gun each other.
Oh, that's fine. Any particular time?
Yeah. After their heroes kill each other.
All right. You going over to the jail? Wait for me. I got something I want to do, and I'll join you later.
It's almost 4 o'clock. This is beginning to fidget me.
Stop worrying about the old man, Curly.
Go over to the birdcage and finish him, Curly. Ringo probably thinks you're scared.
Well, he thinks wrong.
Curly! Ringo's coming after you.
How do you know?
That liar in Irish has been talking. Too much and too big.
Good. Then it won't be my fault.
Well, we can make a case to stop him.
Yeah, how's that?
Well, Curly's horse has got a mangled brand. Ringo's horse hasn't got a brand at all. They could be stolen.
Yeah, they sure could be. Ringo must be ready to go after Brocious by now.
You going over to the Alhambra and arrest Curly. I'll get Ringo.
Right.
Irish, get my gun.
Right away, Johnny.
Yeah. Where were you, Ringo?
Brocious hasn't got the stomach for this. I'll back you, Johnny, in case Larkin does anything wrong.
Give me your gun, Ringo. Back up, all of you. Come on, back away. I said back away.
Curly, you're under arrest.
What, shotgun? What's the charge? I ain't wearing a gun.
Don't none of the rest of you try a fool move. Get over here, Brocious. Get!
Let's get him off the street. Come on. Get both his guns?
What do you mean, both his guns?
He's got a hideout derringer in his vest pocket.
Let's go.
It was all Larkin's fault, Irish.
Yeah, he got Ringo thrown into jail by blabbing too loud on the street.
And I'll fix Larkin. I told him I would.
With your mouth or with that 45?
I'm gonna gun him down.
Looks like he's after you. He threatened to kill me and call me a liar. I got witnesses.
You don't need witnesses. Put on your gun belt.
Putting on his gun.
That's what you wanted, ain't it, Irish?
I can take that slow poke. Hurry it up, Larkin!
Mr. Gibbs, bring Brocious and Ringo out here quick.
That's Larkin, Marshal.
He's dead, Marshal.
Mr. Gibbs, bring our two heroes over here.
Step aside, boy.
Gibbons was a mite faster than Larkin. Caught him in the stomach. At the same time, Larkin caught Gibbons in the chest with a reflex yank on the trigger. They must have gotten off the second shot at the same time, after they hit the ground. Both were hit in the head and killed. That's all, gentlemen.
Let's go, boys.
All right, gentlemen, pay up the money on the no-fight bet, 100 to 1.
What about the other bets, Doc?
They've all been canceled. Ringo and Brocious didn't fight. Come on, gentlemen, pay up.
Not yet. Look, Brocious and Ringo can still fight. As soon as they get out of jail.
He's right, Doc. The bet should stand.
How much you want to bet on your own lives?
Hold it, Doc.
You men get off the street. I say get off the street. I may need your help. Both sides may start shooting again.
Not until you turn Ringo and Brocious loose. I want to thank you, Wyatt, for arresting those two. I made the killer.
You act serious for a minute. We'll try and get them out of town.
Now?
This is a powder keg. I figure if I can get Brocious and Ringo outside the city limits, Clanton cowboys will go too.
You're going to give Ringo and Brocious back their guns?
Outside of town.
Well, then I'll be very happy to tend to my assistance.
I know what you're thinking, and you're wrong. We've had enough gunfighting for one day.
Certainly, most certainly.
All right, hold it right here.
Give them back their guns, Mr. Gibbs.
Well, they still look mean and ornery to me, Wyatt.
Got no legal right to withhold their weapons.
You're the boss.
Maybe you ought to get them down off their horses at least, Wyatt. I got $6,500 bet on this.
You hear that, Johnny? Doc's betting on our hides.
You ain't so smart, Doc. We ain't fighting just to make you rich. Come on, Curly.
Sure thing, Johnny.
bad. We couldn't have picked a prettier place for him to die. Had a small bet on him myself.
Top guns usually live quite a while, Mr. Gibbs. They seldom shoot at their own equals.
You let 2 of our men get killed. Just wait till you read the nugget.
Deacon, you'll live to regret this. I already do.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be
Hey, Mose, looky who's coming to town. That there's a listener.
The listener?
Yeah, he just got back from leading the soldiers. Caught them renegades, Francisco and them.
Why do they call him the listener?
You see that neck string around his neck? Did you ever see a set of beads that looked like that in your life?
Can't say. What are they?
Ears.
Ears?
Why, sure, Indian ears. One for every redskin he ever killed. Why, the Apaches say that Tom Barrows has so many ears that he can hear almost everything. Of course, now, that don't mean that he can't lose his someday.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
By 1880, throughout most of the West, the Indian was a defeated man. But in Arizona Territory, the toughest and the deadliest of all, the Apaches were far from conquered. Some lived on the reservation in what was at best an uneasy truce. Others in renegade bands roamed the desert around Tombstone and brought trouble for ranchers and townspeople, and sometimes for Wyatt Earp.
Oh, hello, Marshal Earp.
I figured you'd be here after you got finished with Francisco's bunch.
Oh, you heard?
Papers carried the story.
Spell my name right? That was some job.
Good to be back, eh, Tom?
What do you think? 2 months out. I need a drink, and I'm a little itchy, too.
Well, now, you come to the right place, listener. We got exactly what you need.
I'm only stopping for one drink. You ain't got nothing in this town that I ain't got more of and better up to my place in the hills.
Oh, you mean that pretty little Indian gal? Say, I hear she's some pumpkin, all right.
Mister, you're talking about my wife.
Now, I didn't mean nothing by that, Tom. Now, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Of course you didn't, friend. Now, where's that firewater, huh? Come along, Marshal. I'll buy you a drink.
No thanks, Tom. Howdy, John.
Wyatt?
You looking for a story for your paper?
Oh, I don't have to interview Barrows to write his story, Wyatt. I've lived it a few times myself. Barrows and I once rode together after Geronimo.
You been hearing Apache talk?
Wyatt, they never liked him very much. Even when he married that Indian girl and half became a member of the tribe. After that, they took his scouting for the cavalry as, kind of personal.
But Apaches scout for the cavalry against renegades.
These renegades were tired, Wyatt. They were all in, ready to give up. He didn't have to kill Francisco. The other scouts, even the peaceful tribesmen, they're going to hate him for that.
What'll they do?
Oh, I don't rightly know. Except I wouldn't give Barrows more than a 50-50 chance of reaching that lonely place of his in the hills tonight.
Well, but don't believe all you read in the newspapers. Wasn't so much. Like most of them, Francisco wasn't so brave. You corner an Apache, he doesn't believe in fighting too much. He'll give up quick. Hoping to save his own neck and then maybe later stab you in the back with a knife and make his getaway. Not with me.
No, sirree. Not with you. This here Apache didn't get away with nothing like that.
What'd you do, listener? Well, when he came out of the brush with his hands clawing and scratching at the sky, I just gave him a bellyache. 30-30 bellyache. Wait a minute. I figure he had it coming. All those women and kids that he slaughtered. Saved you taxpayers' money, too. Wow. You change your mind about that drink, Marshal?
No, thank you. I just thought we might talk a little bit.
Sure.
I'd like to try and change your mind about riding out to your ranch tonight. If I were you, I'd ride along San Simon stage in the morning.
No thanks, Marshal. I want to see my wife tonight.
But right now, when they're riled up about Francisco, it seems that...
What about back at my ranch? Just me and the missus and a couple of hired hands. Apache hands. The mountains behind us crawling with Apaches.
I imagine you can protect your ranch pretty well, Mr. Barrows. And they know that. Probably only a few of them you have to fear. Francisco's friends.
Marshal, I don't fear none of them. And I don't need no nurse.
Obviously, you can take care of yourself, Mr. Barrows. You don't need me. But I'm paid to prevent killing, and the kind of killing that I want to prevent most is between whites and Indians. Either way.
Pretty big job for one man.
You know, I've never seen your ranch, and I've never met your wife. I'd like to do both, if you'll let me.
Suit yourself.
What is it?
Apaches. Look, you can see their sign on the slope.
Yeah, I can see it now. Never would have noticed it, though.
The air's full of Apaches.
You don't like him at all, do you?
Why should I?
Well, I just thought, spending so much time with him,
Because I married one? I'll tell you about that.
You don't have to. I didn't ask you.
I'll tell you anyway. I'm not ashamed. When I took her, there wasn't a white woman within 1,000 miles. What lily-handed schoolgirl would agree to live the way I live out here?
As long as you're both happy.
Happy? That's something I don't know too much about. But she's plenty woman. She cooks good and she sews good. She takes good care of my place when I'm gone. She's content, and so am I.
Why, they're going away.
came back down the draw. That means they've been here and done what they wanted to do.
Everything. House, barns, everything. Sal! Sal!
Here, Tom.
Oh. Sal.
I called her Sally after my ma. Francisco's clan. That won't mean anything to her, nor to me either.
Well, at least it'll mark the grave until you can get a permanent one.
Apaches don't mark their graves, they hide them. We'll run the horses over it.
Suit yourself.
Marshal, what are you going to do about this?
Well, it wouldn't do us much good to try and pick up the trail now.
You couldn't catch them in 6 months of tracking. They're probably over the border already, headed for the Sierra Madre.
Well, I'll notify the cavalry at Fort Buchanan.
That'll do even less good.
And I'll ask questions, try and find out what I can. Exactly who did it.
No matter who did it, they were Apaches. That's enough.
Not for the law, Tom. We've got to know exactly who. Now, look, I know how you feel, but you leave this to the cavalry. Or to me.
Sure, Marshal. You ask your questions.
Tom, I'm sorry.
Sorry, why? I can build me another ranch.
I meant about Sal.
I can get me a new squaw, too, just as good.
To serve you and be content, like an animal?
Sure. Like an animal, why not?
You didn't love her at all?
Love? An Apache?
Where you going?
Right up to the reservation, ask questions.
That's fool's errand, White. They won't know anything.
Well, I have to try.
For Tom Barrows?
No. For me.
I sent for Taze. Asked him to come over here and meet you.
Taze. He's the oldest son of Cochise, isn't he?
One of the most influential of the chiefs since the old man died. And one of the few who works for peace. But this is a special case.
Barrows?
Yes, Barrows. They've got no love for him.
Even though he married an Apache, wouldn't that make him one of the tribe?
Ordinarily it would. Did with Tom Jeffords, but not Barrows.
How'd he treat the girl?
Like a servant? No, more like a slave, I guess, when anyone was around to see. You know, I honestly don't know why she stayed with him. That must be Taze. Come in, Taze. Buenos dias. This is Marshal Wyatt Earp from Tombstone.
Taze, I'm very happy to know you. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
You are the law here, Marshal?
Yes, I'm the United States Deputy Marshal.
Then it is I who must ask you questions.
For instance?
Why does your law allow one of your men to come into our reservation, shoot my people in the back?
What's this? Someone on the reservation shot?
Not 1, 5. Since the coming of the last sun, I have traveled much this day to see the bodies. 3 men, a woman, a child, all unarmed, all shot from ambush by the same strong white man's rifle.
Who could have done such a thing?
We know who did it. We know who owns such a rifle.
Oh, now, just because...
And who thinks he has even more reason for hating us.
You mean for killing his wife?
For the killing of his wife.
Tom Barrows? But these people are not the renegades who killed the girl.
This matters little to him.
He's got his own private war.
Why should Barrows do such a thing? Like we were saying, he didn't seem to care too much about the girl.
Who knows how it is between a man and his woman when they're alone? Besides, he wishes us to know who has done this thing. He has left his mark each time.
His mark?
The ears.
Takes pride in his name. The listener.
Well, if what you say is true, I won't stop here. There'll be more than 5.
That is why I ask you. What is it that your law will do now?
Well, I'll try and stop him. Arrest him if I can, but I'll need help.
My men are outside.
Let's go then before he kills any more.
The year. Tell every man in your clan, find Barrows. They will find him. This man who makes war on women carrying water.
They must not kill him. They must bring him to me, to white man's law. That's very important.
You wish to save the life of this killer?
The law says there must be a trial.
Did she have a trial?
Taze, rules must be followed, as in your ancient ceremonies.
I cannot promise. These scouts are Apache warriors. Some are kin, other friend to the dead.
Tell them anyway. You and I will try and find him first. Take him ourselves.
Busquen este hombre. Tomen el cuerpo.
Taze.
Wish I knew what was going on up there.
Taze isn't talking, but I think we're close.
They got Barrows on the run, no doubt about that. He's probably trying to lose himself in these hills. That's a laugh.
Why?
He might lose himself, but he'll never lose these Apaches. They know every blade of grass.
These years he didn't get.
He must be close. Didn't have time.
He's very close.
I'm all right. It's just a nick. Afraid it won't be much help to you now.
I got plenty of help. Sure you're gonna be all right?
Yeah. Go on.
Hey, when to stop firing.
What is your plan?
You found him. Now he's mine.
You think you take him alone?
I'm gonna try. No use any more of your people dying.
And you? He will not mind killing you.
Just tell me exactly where he is up there.
Between those two rocks, next to Boulder. Good place for him. Bad for you.
Barrows? Tom Barrows? Barrows, it's Wyatt Earp. Tom, you hear me?
I hear you, Marshal. You should have stayed in Tombstone.
You're surrounded. Give yourself up.
And rot in your filthy jail? No thanks.
Tom, you haven't got a chance.
There's as good a way as any to end it. And as good a place, too. I can take a few more of those devils with me. So tell them to come on. Send them all.
No, Tom. I'm the one that's coming. I'm arresting you for murder. Now lay your gun down.
I'll pick you off before you come 10 yards.
I'm coming, Tom.
All right, Earp, come on. You want to be a fool? Come on. I'd just soon kill you as anybody. Come on. You made it.
I'm sorry it had to be this way, Tom.
Better this way than the rope.
You knew it had to be one or the other, yet you did it. Why?
Sal.
But she said you didn't care for her. That you could find another squaw just as good.
I lied to you, Marshal. I loved her. I did. Go ahead and say it.
Say what?
What you're thinking.
I'm only thinking I hope you said that to her sometimes.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Oh, so you have the judge with us, huh?
The judge put up quite a struggle.
Wells Spicer. Big man.
And you would be John Ringo. I thought you had better sense.
Why didn't you turn Charlie Parks loose like I ordered you?
A circuit judge doesn't take orders from a hoodlum.
Parks ain't guilty.
That is for a judge and jury to decide.
Well, you won't be the judge.
I'll get a rope, Johnny.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Spicer can still change his mind. Sit down and think it over.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Judge Wells Spicer of Tombstone was generally regarded as the most fearless judge in Arizona Territory. He backed Marshal Earp and the forces of law and order with complete disregard of his own safety. Although hoodlums seldom dared to threaten a judge, the Clanton killer known as Johnny Ringo was capable of anything. And when Spicer clashed with Ringo in the Charlie Parks trouble, Wyatt had good reason to fear the worst.
Forgot to fill my canteen.
Ain't hardly worth a stop, Mr. Granby. But seeing it's you, I'll do it. Are you heading for the mine?
Nope. The stamp mill in Charleston.
Oh.
Don't neither of you move or make a sound. Keep them covered. All right, Charlie, let's go.
Payroll. Where's Marshal Earp?
Well, he's checking the saloons at this time of night. Oh, Lord. Did you hear one of them say Charlie?
Yes.
I think I know Charlie. I gotta tell Mr. Earp.
Are you certain it was Charlie Parks of the Clanton outfit?
I swear it, Marshal.
How about you, Mr. Granby?
Well, he fit the description of Parks, but I don't know Parks. Both of these men wore masks.
I can take an oath it was Parks.
Mr. Granby, you say you lost $4,500?
Yep, in 10s and 20s.
Oh, does your office have a number list on these bills?
Well, we list about 1 in 10.
Help a lot. Now, you tell me exactly what happened.
Well, I was on the
when I
water
saw
wagon, and he
Porter-
wanted me to fill his canteen, and I got up and I went around back of the wagon, to fill the canteen, and a guy stepped out there with a gun that long right in my back, scared me to death.
You've got to quit hanging around, Charlie. I like several of Clanton's men. Getting particular about one is trouble. Bad trouble.
I thought you meant it. About, going to Denver?
How can I do that? I'm in business with old man Clanton.
Some business. Hiding robbery loot. Fencing jewelry and Mexican gold.
It pays, Charlie.
You want to wind up in jail? Or dead?
Act your age. I can't run out, and you know it.
I'll marry you.
Huh.
John Ringo is my first cousin. You say the word, John will talk to old man Clanton. Ask him to let you out.
Ringo wouldn't let you marry me. Quick, in the other room. Just a moment. Who is it?
Your laundry, Miss Alma. Everything went fine.
It's all right, Charlie.
More loot?
Don't act so shocked. You're not so pure. You help Ringo and Clanton steal cattle. Here, the 200 I owe you.
I don't care about that.
Take it. Now get out.
But, Alma, honey.
Don't honey me. I ain't sweet. Good night, Mr. Parks.
Get in and sit down.
That's him. That's him. That's Charlie Parks.
You better start talking, mister.
I got nothing to say.
Mr. Parks, you were carrying 4 $20 bills. They were taken from the robbery tonight. Where'd you get them?
They blew down the street, and I picked him up. Johnny Ringo's my first cousin. He won't like this.
Put him in there for the night, Mr. Gibbs.
Come on, bud.
Can you imagine that? $20 bills blowing down the street in Tombstone. And me up on a war wagon.
Now, Ringo, got you hold of your temper. I'll get young Parks out and hire him a lawyer. Getting mad at Judge Spicer, that don't make sense.
Charlie Parks wasn't in on that heist.
Then Spicer'll turn him loose.
I ain't beholden to no judge. A man has to take up for his kinfolk. And I'm making sure Charlie don't get railroaded.
I'm tired of nursing you, Johnny. You get in trouble this time, you get yourself out.
Some of my hoodlum friends think you have the wrong man on that payroll heist.
Parks was carrying some of the stolen money.
Granted. Spouter will testify it was Parks. But if I know Charlie Parks, he wouldn't do anything without cousin John Ringo.
What about that girl he's been seeing?
Well, if you're referring to Miss Alma Ross, the sweetheart of the Clantons, let me tell you, Wyatt, a drone like Charlie wouldn't aspire to the queen bee. And if he did, Ringo would stop him.
You think Ringo will try to bust him out?
Bound to, Wyatt, bound to.
You better stay awake until Judge Spicer gets here. I may need you.
All right.
Judge Spicer?
That's right.
Johnny Ringo will give me a message to give you. He says to turn Charlie Parks loose.
Who's Charlie Parks?
Turn him loose. That's all he said.
Come on.
Where does Ringo think he's going to get threatening me?
Sir, when Ringo loses his temper, he doesn't think.
Well, bring in this Charlie Parks, huh?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Parks, this is only a preliminary hearing. You can plead guilty or not guilty or refuse to say anything at all.
I'm not saying nothing.
Very well. The court will set bail in the sum of $5,000. Do you have it? Marshal Earp, return the prisoner to jail.
Yes, sir.
This court is adjourned.
Hold on.
I only heard enough evidence to justify holding Parks. The robbery was at night, and the robbers were masked.
Well, I'm not sure that he was in on the job. Spotter could have been mistaken because of the masks.
Well, then why would Ringo threaten me?
Sir, Ringo once killed a man because he ordered beer when he ordered whiskey. He isn't exactly logical.
Well, I have a case to hear in Charleston. I'll be back tomorrow.
I wish you'd postpone it.
Why, because of Ringo? Nonsense. I've been threatened before.
Sir, then let me go along, huh?
No, you stay here and work on the Parks matter. I can take care of myself.
Yes, sir.
But thanks, Wyatt.
Well, there isn't any sense in arguing with Judge Spicer. We'll just have to trail him. Here. Mr. Gibbs. You ready?
Yep.
He doesn't even ask where. We might have some shooting with Johnny Ringo.
Suits me.
Come on.
Marshal Earp, my name is Ross. Alma Ross.
Well, is it anything important, ma'am? We're in kind of a hurry.
I'd like to see Charlie Parks.
Well, you can see him in about 3 hours.
Marshal Earp, I know something about the law. Any prisoner has the right to have a visitor.
Don't rile him, Miss Alma. He's quite impervious to your charm or your scorn.
If you come back later, you can see him then.
Order! Court's in session.
Well, so now you're going to try me.
Just like you tried Charlie Parks.
I told you I didn't try him. It was only a preliminary hearing.
Well, I'll do the same thing, Judge. I'll give you a preliminary hearing. Order! Nothing funny about this. Is there, Judge?
No, there isn't.
Untie him, so he can raise his right hand and swear to tell the truth.
I think you know I'll tell the truth.
All right. Now, what evidence you got against my cousin Charlie?
Well, they grabbed him here. Headed for Apache Rock. Come on.
As I said, the evidence against Mr. Parks thus far is circumstantial.
What does that mean?
When Parks was arrested, he had 4 bills from the stolen payroll on him. He refused to explain them.
Yeah, but who saw Charlie in that heist?
There is an eyewitness, Ringo. But the bandits wore masks, and I'm not convinced he's right.
Well, then you're holding Charlie just because of the money.
Not altogether. Your message ordering me to turn him loose was conclusive.
Huh?
I mean that any orders coming from a hoodlum like you shows that something's rotten. If Parks is not guilty, why should you risk a charge of abduction and contempt of court?
He's talked too long, Johnny. Let's hang him and get away from here.
Order! I want to say something to Big Man Spicer. You called me a hoodlum.
Well, I wouldn't treat a dog the way you've acted about Charlie.
You deny he was in that holdup?
I sure do. Charlie don't do nothing without my say-so.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, this court is going to ask you one last question, Judge. You going to turn Charlie loose?
Not until he's had his trial.
I'll crease Ringo's skull, and we'll jump him.
All right. I reckon I better pass sentence. Formal-like.
Hold it!
Throw down your guns. Unbuckle them. Come on, wake up, Ringo. Wake up. Come on, wake up. Doc, give me a hand. We'll walk him around.
You take care of them.
Come on. Stand on your feet.
I'm gonna gun Ringo for this.
I claim priority.
You'll do nothing of the sort.
But he tried to kill you, sir.
This man is guilty of abduction and contempt of court, but he can't be gunned for that. And what I say applies to you, Dr. Holliday.
Holliday. It is Doc. I'll shoot it out with any one of you.
Sit down.
He's a sweet character, ain't he?
He says Parks is innocent, and he seems sincere in his reasoning.
Sincere? Ringo?
Judges, we save you from getting shot, and all you keep thinking about is justice for Charlie Parks.
Ringo will get away with this attempt, sir. He'll demand a change of venue from your court. You'll have to grant it.
That's right. One of them Clanton judges will acquit him for sure.
That isn't the point.
What is the point?
Wyatt has a crime of armed robbery to solve. Now, if Parks goes to court, he could be convicted just because he's a hoodlum. Now, do you want that?
No, sir.
Well, then act like it. And you, Dr. Holliday, must I remind you that you once stood trial on a framed-up charge?
I stand reproved, Your Honor.
Very well. Now take these men to jail. There's time yet to work on the robbery.
Yes, sir. May I ask where you're going?
To Charleston. I have to hear a case there, remember? I'm more than an hour late now.
Wyatt, I think maybe we better solve that payroll heist another way.
You know, I think you're right. Come on.
You've got a nerve.
You going someplace, Miss Alma?
Get out of here.
I told you she'd try this, Wyatt.
Miss Alma, you're under arrest.
That's a laugh.
Doc, you take her over there and sit her down. Mr. Gibbs and I'll turn this place inside out.
My pleasure.
Shotgun, take that room.
Tearing down the hotel, Wyatt?
No. We have enough evidence now.
What? There's a walled-up closet in there. Just looky here. And she had this in a hollered-out bedpost. Just take a look.
From Mexico, no doubt. All those jewels and you two? It's quite a treasure, Wyatt.
Funny man.
Miss Alma, did you plant those payroll banknotes on Charlie?
What do you take me for? I owed Charlie $200 and I paid him. How did I know the mine kept the numbers?
I don't suppose you'd care to tell us who pulled the robbery.
You haven't proved anything.
A young lady living in the middle of all these here stolen goods, worth thousands.
I'll explain it all in court, Mr. John Law.
Now, this is a story I simply must hear.
Come on.
You got something, Doc?
I warned Ringo plain to his face. Kidnapping a judge, threatening to hang him. Why, I never heard of such tomfoolery. we do about it?
That part's easy. We have him changed to one of our own judges. It's the girl I'm worried about.
You mean Alma?
Earp caught her red-handed. All kinds of stuff in her room.
Well, a pretty girl collects presents.
Not robbery loot, Mr. Clanton.
You just defend her, Baxter. That's what you paid for.
You gonna let Spicer try her?
He's a man, ain't he? You know Alma.
Well, all right.
No slip-ups now. I need that gal. Best hand in the outfit comes to selling goods.
You know what? I was just trying to imagine old man Clanton's face. He must be apoplectic by now.
It's no use, Doc. I got 3 people in jail, and I still haven't found the men that held up Granby.
That's quite true, Deacon.
You said that Ringo wouldn't like it if Charlie was sweet on Miss Alma.
Ringo would not allow it.
Why not?
He is a bully and a tyrant. Even Ringo can't be a king without a kingdom. Charlie is his kingdom.
Well, Ringo's got plenty of followers.
They're not all cowards.
Well, thanks, Doc. I guess it's worth a try.
What is?
Well, it's just a hunch. I'll let you know if it works out.
What's wrong, Charlie? Alma cleared you. You're free. I made my bail. Cheer up.
I can't. I'm worried about Alma.
Ah, the old man will get her off.
He'd better. I want to marry her.
No. But Cousin John, I love her. I said no. Get on your horse.
Now, you must be brave and tell the truth.
It was horrible. I thought the silver things were presents. We were going to be married and have our own house and...
Mr. Baxter.
Your Honor.
The defendant asserts that she was tricked by a criminal. The court would like to know his name.
Oh, no. Please, no. He'd kill me.
Miss Ross, the court must warn you that fear of your paramour in no way lessens your responsibility before the law.
Do you expect me to risk my life?
I'm sure the court appreciates what terror this little lady has lived under. If the court please, the defense rests.
Very well. This court is adjourned till 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
What's this, Ringo?
Them 2 pulled the robbery. Passed the stuff to Alma. She gets rid of it.
Who for?
Never mind that. I gave them knockout drops. They won't know how they got here.
Fair enough.
You tell Judge Spicer he's getting off lucky. He ought to be more careful.
Your Honor, we intend to prove the
Order! Order! Marshal Earp, what's the meaning of this?
Your Honor, these men have confessed to the mine payroll robbery, and they also wish to testify against Miss Alma.
Ringo did this, I know it. Don't you dare testify against me. You hear? Don't you dare!
Order! Order in the court! Order! Order in this court! Captain Mr. Haley. You are sentenced to 5 years in prison for armed robbery. Miss Ross, you will serve 18 months in jail at Tucson. Marshal, remove the prisoners.
Run out this way.
Good work, Mr. Earp. Oh, Mr. Earp. Call John Ringo to the bench.
Ringo? Come on up here. You want me to come and get you?
Mr. Ringo, you kidnapped and attempted to intimidate a judge of the territory of Arizona. You will be charged and tried for your crime in a higher court at Prescott. You will have a chance there to explain your actions, if you can, to a federal judge.
I just came in here to watch the trial. You can't do this to me.
I already have, Mr. Ringo. This court is adjourned.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
Doc, good.
Who is it?
Poor Burke Simpson, rest his soul. There was no need to bother you, Marshal. My friend died of natural causes.
What natural causes?
Too much liquor and a weak heart, I'm afraid.
Probably.
Over here.
Acute alcoholism with congestive heart failure. Should give you something to think about, Holliday.
Yeah. I feel sorry for his daughter. The girl will take it hard. What with her approaching marriage and all.
Mr. Mackey, will you go on over to the jail? Tell Mr. Gibbs to find Miss Leon Simpson. She'll have to take over things.
Yes, sir.
Doc, come here. Take a look at his neck. What do you make of it?
You mean that puncture?
Looks like a needle mark, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Well, what does that mean?
But Mackey's theory was wrong. He didn't die of drink. He was murdered.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
In the Tombstone, Arizona of 1881, murder was not one of the subtle arts. The usual murder victim was either shot or stabbed in the back. But Tombstone had one killer who devised a different technique, and it was up to Marshal Earp to catch this wily criminal before he himself became a victim.
You think that old man Simpson was poisoned?
If you want to poison a man, you don't have to use a needle.
Then what was the needle for?
He put air into an artery or a vein with it. That's what Dr. Goodfellow says.
What would that do?
Well, the victim was dead in about 1 minute.
Doctor, your postmortem showing it?
Yes. My theory was right. The air bubble caused a block in circulation and death.
I wonder why the murderer chose such a complicated way.
To fool Wyatt into thinking the death was a natural one?
Well, Whoever it was went to an awful lot of trouble for nothing. He's already made his first mistake. He'll make another.
That's right. They generally do.
Do you have anything to go on, Wyatt?
Just that Mr. Simpson didn't care for the young man that was courting his daughter.
Well, it's a lead for what it's worth.
Miss Simpson, I'm sorry about your father.
We'll do everything we can to help.
Thank you.
You feel well enough to answer a few questions?
Yes, sir.
Won't you sit down? I understand you're engaged to Mr. Hal Babcock, the foreman of the Bonanza mine. Did your father like him?
No. But Hal understood. Papa wasn't himself. He was drinking a lot, you know.
Did your father ever threaten him?
Please, Marshal. I can't talk anymore now.
All right. Come on, I'll have Mr. Gibbs take you.
I don't understand this, Marshal. You act like old man Simpson was murdered.
He was.
And you think I killed him?
Mr. Babcock, we're investigating his death. Now, let's take a look inside, shall we?
Well, if you'll tell me what you're looking for, I'll help you find it. I don't own a gun. There's a knife in that drawer. There's an axe over here. There's some rope outside.
Doc.
Clean with alcohol.
Where'd you get it?
I never saw that thing before.
And how did it get in your trunk?
Well, I don't know. It's not mine. Wait a minute. Has that got something to do with Mr. Simpson's death?
Where were you last night, Mr. Babcock?
I don't have to tell you that.
I said, where were you?
I don't have to tell you anything, and I won't.
All right, then you're under arrest. You know, Doc, I think we got the wrong man. Hal Babcock couldn't find an artery with a hard rock drill.
You're right, Deacon. Now tell me why he doesn't give himself an alibi.
I think we better go ask Miss Leone some more questions.
Let me do the asking. I'm not as chivalrous as you are. Miss Leone, do you know you have quite a reputation in Tombstone?
I do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
In the last year, you've had more dates and men calling on you than any 3 women in the county.
I suppose I have.
Oh, there are quite a few theories about your popularity. Perhaps you have one of your own?
What are you trying to say, Dr. Holliday?
That people gossip about you.
You mean they think I'm bad?
Are they wrong?
They most certainly are, and so are you. Now, will you please get out of my house?
I'm sorry, Miss Leone. I'm sure the doc didn't mean any offense.
Well, I'm sure he did. I have nothing more to say, Marshal.
That isn't going to help Babcock much.
Help him?
Mr. Babcock isn't being too cooperative. He won't tell us where he was last night.
Last night? You mean you think he killed my father?
Can you tell us where he was?
He was with me.
Well, now, why didn't he tell us that?
I don't know.
Miss Leone, who were the other men before you became engaged?
Ease off, Doc. Miss Leon, I think you need some rest. You've been under quite a strain. We'll leave you now.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Doc? Mr. Gibbs, bring Mr. Babcock out.
Yes, sir.
Doc, you find out who bought this hypodermic. Check with Dr. Goodfellow and the drugstore.
What about that girl?
You stay away from her. I'll handle it my own way. Mr. Babcock, I'm not going to hold you any longer, but I hope that you'll answer me one question before you go.
Well, that depends on what it is.
I want to know the names of the other men who courted Miss Leon Simpson.
I can't answer that, Marshal.
Why not?
Well, let's say I have plans.
What kind of plans?
I might even solve the murder for you.
Oh?
Somebody put that hypodermic needle in my trunk, figuring you'd find it and arrest me.
You realize, don't you, that whoever killed Mr. Simpson is very dangerous?
I'll be real careful.
Mr. Babcock, at least you've been warned.
Thank you.
Follow him.
Well, he's a real sure-enough smart aleck. He's going to solve the murder for you.
His first logical move would be to go after the man he thinks framed him.
Going to get himself killed, too. He ain't even got a gun.
He can buy one. You keep after him.
Bad about old man Simpson. I understand he got some bad liquor.
Yeah, they didn't get it in here.
Gibbons, I want you. Turn around. I said turn around.
But he threw me first.
Shoulder wound, lad. It ain't bad.
What happened?
Well, it's like the boy says. You draw him first.
Get him over to Dr. Goodfellow.
Lord save us, it's Tom Gibbons. Is it mortal?
Nope, just a shoulder wound.
Well, I got a spring wagon outside. We'll haul him in back.
Good idea, Mackie.
Now, easy. Easy, Doc.
Mr. Babcock, you bought this gun with the intention of killing Mr. Gibbons. You came here for that purpose. Why?
Marshal, Gibbons killed Mr. Simpson. Then he tried to frame me for it.
Why would he do that?
Well, you'll have to ask Leon. She'll have to tell you that.
All right. I'll talk to her again. In the meantime, you stay close.
Marshal?
What about Gibbons?
It's my business, not yours.
Sure Hal's all right.
Not a scratch on him. But he may be prosecuted for assault.
Because he shot Mr. Gibbons? Well, that's unfair.
Why?
Well, he was jealous of Hal. Mr. Gibbons used to call on me until my father put a stop to it.
Now, why didn't you tell me that earlier today?
Didn't think it mattered.
Your father ever threatened Mr. Gibbons?
When Papa had too much to drink, he threatened everybody who even came near me. Papa didn't trust people. He was just terrible to everyone.
Terrible?
Yes, he'd shout and yell, and we'd just chase them all away. I hated him for it.
Why was he so violent about it?
I don't know. I suppose it's because he was afraid I'd get married. Since Mama died, he never wanted to be alone. He didn't want me to leave home.
I see.
I talked to Mr. Mackey about it.
Stable man?
Papa liked him. He tried to make him understand, but it just didn't work. Mr. Mackey was my only friend for a long time.
What about your fiancé, Hal Babcock? Did your father threaten him, too?
Hal was the only one Papa couldn't run off. He used to come right up to the house. Papa didn't like that either. Told Hal straight out he'd kill him.
Thank you.
Marshal, are you going to arrest Hal?
No. Hi, Doc.
What? I heard young Babcock shot Tom Gibbons.
He thinks Gibbons murdered Leon's father and tried to put the blame on him.
Plausible.
But you don't believe it either.
There was bad blood between Gibbons and Babcock. Dr. Goodfellow isn't missing a syringe, and the druggist hasn't sold one lately.
Neither of them recognize this one?
They don't keep records, Wyatt.
Now, let's go on over and talk to Mr. Gibbons. Hello, Doc.
What?
Where's Mr. Gibbons?
In the hospital room.
Can we see him?
Well, he's pretty weak. He's lost a lot of blood, but I don't see why not. Don't stay too long.
Tom? Tom. Tom, wake up.
Dr. Goodfellow. Dr. Goodfellow.
He's dead.
Dead?
Look.
It's the same technique, Wyatt.
That's what I thought. I want a post-mortem.
I could use your help.
Well?
It was murder.
Definitely. No question at all.
We're dealing with a monster.
How many people were here when Mr. Gibbs brought him in?
Oh, a dozen, maybe 15. I didn't count them.
But the outside door and back was open.
Well, then it could be anybody.
I still think that girl knows more than she's told you.
You suspect Leon?
I grant you the needlework isn't feminine, Doctor. But from what I found out, Leon had plenty of trouble with her father and some with Mr. Gibbons.
Well, we know that Simpson didn't like Gibbons. We know that Mr. Babcock didn't like either one of them. But maybe we're being too logical. Maybe our murder isn't at all logical.
Well, logical or not, he might go right on killing.
I think you're right. Now, Miss Leon, I want the name of every man who ever called on you.
I thought you were my friend.
Look, your father is dead, and now Mr. Gibbons is dead. Hal could be next, and then you, and then one of those other men.
Or one of us, why?
Mr. Mackey.
I heard you was here. Now, what's happening here?
Mr. Mackey, they want to know the names of everyone who came to see me.
Now, Leon. Marshal Earp's just doing what we pay him to do.
Well, I can't help that. There's enough gossip already. And Hal won't like it either. He'll get jealous.
Now, what's he got to be jealous about? Heh. He knew plenty of girls before he met you.
I don't intend to make the names public.
Now, you've done nothing disgraceful. Now, you just step right up. And you tell Marshal Earp whatever he wants to know.
All right, I'll write the names down.
Good girl.
Here's pencil and paper. Hey, by the way, Mr. Mackey, you're sort of a horse doctor, aren't you?
Well, there's considerable difference of opinion on that. Of course, I can drench a horse or fix a saddle sore, but...
Did you ever use a hypodermic needle?
Me? What for?
Mr. Simpson died in your stable last night, and today you took Mr. Gibbons over to Dr. Goodfellow's in your wagon.
And you were still there when I left to find Wyatt.
You seem awfully friendly with everybody.
Well, Burke Simpson and Tom Gibbons were friends of mine. What is this, anyway? You're joshing me, huh, Marshal?
No. You had the opportunity.
To kill two good friends of mine, now, what would I want to do that for?
Nobody said you done it.
Well, I don't even know how they died. Doc here said something about a hyposyringe.
Not a syringe. I said needle.
Well, it's the same thing, ain't it? Did Burke and Tom die of poisoning, you think?
Here are the names.
Thank you.
Is even Mr. Mackey suspected?
Well, it kind of looks that way, child. Now, if you're aiming to put me under arrest, Marshal, I would appreciate it if you'd give me time to do my night feeding and bedding down first.
Marshal Earp, this is ridiculous. First Hal and now Mr. Mackey.
Why is it ridiculous?
Mr. Mackey was the only friend Papa had or even trusted. He was Papa's friend.
Now, don't trial the law, darling. All I'm asking is a chance to feed my horses and hire a relief man.
I won't keep you, Mr. Mackey.
Now, you're being real sensible, Marshal. Come along, Leon. I'll take you home.
I'm trusting you with that list, Marshal.
Well, sir, it's a mighty fidgeting puzzle.
What? It could have been Mackey.
Yeah, he made one slip. Said syringe instead of needle. That means he knows something about hypodermics.
And it was too innocent the way he asked about that poison.
But why would he want to kill them fellers? Looks more to me like Babcock done it.
There's that girl, too, Gibbs.
Yeah, that's the point. Well, I'm going to check out this list. Maybe one of them will give me a motive.
We better go with you, Wah.
No. She gave me this in confidence. Mr. Gibbs, you go on patrol. Doc, you go on back to the hotel.
Gibbs, we got a big job to do. You go over to Simpson's place. And I'll go over to Mackey's stable.
Doc, we're gambling on Wyatt's life.
Wrong. Wyatt gambled on his own life when he went out that door.
Gray, Mr. Jack Gray?
That's right. Did I do something wrong, Marshal?
I'm trying to get some information on Mr. Mackey, the stableman.
Oh?
When you and Miss Leon were seeing each other, did anything happen that involved Mr. Mackey?
Yes, it did. He talked Leon's father out of shooting at me.
Mr. Mackey and Mr. Simpson were friends?
Oh, sure. They got drunk together almost every night.
How about Mr. Mackey and Mr. Gibbons?
They're very good friends, as far as I know, Marshal. Mr. Mackey's friends with everybody. Say, you don't think he had anything to do with Mr. Simpson and Gibbons being killed?
Well, I've probably done Mr. Mackey an injustice. I'll go see him. Thank you.
Mr. Mackey?
Mr. Mackey?
Just take it easy and keep your mouth shut. That's right. Drop it on the floor. Take your finger off the trigger. That's right. Just easy. That's right. Now the other one. Where I can see, if you don't mind. Easy now. That's right. glad you came along. I got to do this, Marshal. I can't let you arrest me. He was getting too smart. You figured it was me that killed Burke, didn't you? Well, you're right, I did. But Leon's precious Hal is going to hang for it, and Gibbons. And now they'll think he killed you. You're not to be trusted, Marshal. Like I couldn't trust Burke at all. He should have been glad I wanted to marry his daughter. I told him I loved her dear. But he wouldn't listen. Wouldn't listen at all, even though we was friends. He said he'd kill me just the same. But he didn't, did he? Now, hold still.
You shouldn't have killed him.
Nonsense. I did him a favor. He would have resented being hanged.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame.